I'd like to greet all human beings all around the world with a universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. It doesn't matter what your political, philosophical, personal, nor religious beliefs may be. It doesn't even matter what your nationality, your race, or your creed may be. It doesn't matter if you dark-skinned or light-skinned. It doesn't matter if you the richest to the poorest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't even matter whether you the proclaimed toughest to the proclaimed weakest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't even matter whether you like me, like my YouTube video, likes the way I look, the way I talk, the things that I do. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you my family, friends, or my proclaimed enemies. I greet all of you all with the same universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. Today happened to be Sunday, November the 17th, 2019. The time being about 10:19 a.m. I'm in my favorite spot again. And if you can see, this is part 2 of Raymond Lewis Ivy. These are facts about me. Part 1, this is part 2. Part 1, you will see where I was showing a car was approaching while I was making my video, and then it ended up stopping somewhere right here in the area where you see my camera at. But you see my geese, it was 2 sets of them in this area where I have my camera, in that area, focusing on them. But I left and came back, and if you can see the rapport that me and these geese have, you see the little angle they in. You see how they making this. You see how they making this little almost circle. You see that go another car right there now. But you see the way they are surrounding me. They know the enemy is watching. And it's no coincidence. Every time I come out here, just about, you see a car coming somewhere in this area. But you know, everybody, it's an open area. The millionaire that owns it, he don't close it to nobody. But I just want y'all to just see, especially my family and friends. But I'm out here today to tell you a little bit more facts about me. You heard about when these individuals tried to rob and stick me up, and I end up protecting myself, which I'll do today, tomorrow, and any other day, and end up having to kill the individual that had pulled a gun on me, trying to rob me. And who knows whether or not he would have killed me or not. I wasn't going to give him that opportunity. I won't give nobody that opportunity. Cowards took my brother's life back in 1977, August the 3rd, 1977, when he whooped one of them head up with his fist. So-called leader, so-called killer. But he couldn't accept that whooping that my brother gave him, so they set him up. That's how cowards do. See, it's different than organizations and game bangers. Game bangers do that type of stuff. The individual that I be mentioning a lot, Keith W., Keith Walker, James Jarrett, Jesse James, these is some of the names the person go by. That's a game banger. Somebody you want to keep away from your children. Somebody that perpetrate and lie on other people, especially people like me, to try to protect and educate the black community. These geese have more sense than Keith. Keith is just like white supremacists and sellout blacks. A combination of both. But anyway, when I did go to prison for protecting myself, because one of the individuals that tried to set me up to be stuck up by an individual that was a friend of his that didn't know me and didn't know that I would protect myself. The individual that testified against me didn't have the courage to do it himself because he knew what the outcome would come. Either I would be dead or he would be dead. I wouldn't let him get close enough to pull a trigger on me. But anyway, when I did go to prison, I don't have to explain it to nobody, but I like those that don't know. So when you listen to an ignorant coward like Keith W., who try to go up under all type of little flags to cover themselves. See, no matter if you in a gang or an organization, if you not a man, you ain't nothing. If you can't do nothing by yourself, you ain't nothing. Keith ain't nothing. You see, Keith started off talking up about for a couple of his ignorant friends here in town that was saying some of the same things he's saying. I do stuff to children, can't produce it. I'm running from somebody from Chicago, can't produce it. But you see, when I came in and out of the prison, I went back to Chicago, same place I went, go on all sides of town. And inside of the prison, let me tell you what I did since I got educated with the emergency medical technician and CPR instructor. And I became a certified ABE teacher, adult basic education, something that Keith, I can help Keith out in if you look at his sentence structure. But anyway, when I was in the prison, these same individuals that Keith said ran me up out of Chicago, these groups, I said I had 2 assignments inside of the prisons. I taught ABE 3 days out of a week, and I taught EMT 2 days out of a week, aiding and assisting the teacher. But I was an instructor, And when people took this ABE class and got to the point where they can take their GED and they pass their GED and get their educational level up high enough to be able to take it, to read, write, and do math, they get good time for both of them. For being in the ABE class and then taking the EMT class and passing it. I done helped these same brothers. I done sat down with some of the same chiefs of both of these organizations, some up under the 6 and the 5, that had no fault in me. You see what I'm saying? They love what I did. I even wrote poetry that was published in newspapers. I don't have to prove it to Keith or anybody that think like Keith, because people that know me and people that publish it, they know it to be true. But I sat down with these individuals that was running these organizations. I call them organizations because they was organized. They was making sure them youngsters got education. When they didn't go back, when they went back out in the streets, they didn't do stuff like Keith Walker and these ignorant blacks. And if you shoot fit where down here, they've been trying to attack me one way or another. You see, I helped a lot of them. I even taught employees EMT and CPR. And when I got out, let me tell you something about the present, the past NAACP president won't tell y'all, but always going along with these white supremacists and these blacks that's out here that misrepresenting the community. When I got out and my grandmother was alive, may she rest in peace, I taught CPR at the past NAACP president who was president for 23 years from 1995 to 2018. I taught CPR at a place that his wife used to have a company, a pamper company, or a diaper company. She asked me to teach her class CPR. She wouldn't go to no place else. They wouldn't go to the white man. You see what I'm saying? Because they felt the white man was going to charge them too much. And this is nothing against white people. I'm just trying to show you how some of these blacks that try to talk about me, they ain't going to tell you this here. I taught CPR for 15 people for her. Some that worked it for her, some went to their church. Now, her husband was the NAACP president and the pastor. When I got through teaching, she said, well, I don't have the money right now. I'll give it to you next week. Next week came into 2 weeks. I told my grandmother about it, which was a powerful lady here in this town. Flora Lee Ivy Scott. May her and her husband, Louis Scott, rest in peace. Both of them buried in the military cemetery in Mounds City, Illinois. But my grandmother told me she was going to talk to her. And she told them they need to pay her grandson for teaching that class. And I taught it, they wasn't charging very much. But she didn't give me all my money. Just gave me $90. But you know what? My uncle that was a preacher, may he rest in peace, thank him for his service. Ernest Ivy, a career war veteran buried in Bloomfield, Missouri. May he rest in peace. He told me when you do certain stuff for black folks here in Charleston, Missouri, get your money up front. And that's not all black folks, but that's some of them. But that's just some more facts about Raymond Lewis Ivy. You see, if I was ran up out of Chicago by these individuals that Keith claimed that I was, why a couple of years ago, a high-ranking board member that I grew up with in Chicago was in the same thing that Keith claimed he in, was with a brother down here that's in the same thing, that was in the joint with my homies. You see what I'm saying? That know me and tell me I'm doing a good job down here, and tell some of these other brothers that try to attack me to leave me alone. And why ain't the brother down here having the individuals run me up out of town, or finish off what Keith claimed these other individuals ran me out of Chicago? You know why? Because it ain't true. Keith is a perpetrator that get a lot of individuals, especially in the black community, killed. You don't see Keith talking about racial issues because he got a white woman. It ain't nothing wrong with that. I done dated white women, but it ain't gonna stop me. Look at Kanye West. He married to a white woman. His woman is doing more for black people than Keith W. and these so-called leaders. When I say leaders, if the shoe fit, wear it, down here in Charleston, Missouri, or these people attacking me doing. They went all the way to the White House asking to free a brother that they know can make a change. They done went all the way on death row to tell them, halt that state. What if Keith done? What if any of these individuals that think like Keith done? I done showed you what I done, and I done done more. If I wish to told you all the positive things I done did, I wouldn't have enough room. You see what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't been a good person all my life. When I was younger, I thought I was a criminal. But when I came a man, you see what I'm saying? I knew criminal life wasn't for me. You see what I'm saying? When I turned 18, I knew criminal life wasn't for me. I knew people like Keith, W, or whatever you want to call his name, and these individuals down here in Charleston, Missouri that's trying to attack my character. I know them the type of people that I didn't want to be around. You see what I'm saying? Them the type of people to get you killed or make you kill somebody. Y'all watch y'all family. Y'all watch y'all children. Watch your daughters. My daughters is educated enough to spot an individual like Keith and people that act like Keith. I I pray for any female that's with Keith or any female that's with any of these people that attacking me. I pray for y'all that you wake up and leave them ignorant Negroes. You be better off with a Ku Klux Klan. Peace, be still.